Hello, this is Jan from Red Toad Art Studio, and today we are going to take a look at the new trend, kind of new trend that's going on our social media, which is the reverse coloring books. Now, these have been around for a couple of years. Not a lot of them, but there's a few of them. But it has just taken off lately because of some of our YouTube reviewers that have picked it up. And when you watch their videos, it looks like so much fun. And it has really taken off recently. So I thought we would take a look at it. Now, this is not the same book that most of them review. In fact, she has done such a good job in selling her books. I've heard that you can't get them right now. She sold out. So I picked another one that hasn't been reviewed that often, but which is still really a nice book. So maybe this will give you an option to order another book. So I'm going to review this, the Antistress Reverse Coloring Book. Don't be afraid to draw lines. And it is by Marami Art. Now, I'm not sure I'm saying that right, so I apologize. It might be Marami, or I may be totally wrong, but it's M-E-I-R-A-M-I, Art. And there's not another name given as far as who the artist is. So whether that is Marami or it's someone that's running this company. But this is really a neat book. Now, the reverse coloring is kind of deceptive. Back before these started, if you look on YouTube, you'll find that there was actually people who colored pictures, videotaped it, and then reversed the videotape and showed you as looks like you're coloring it as everything disappears, and then pretty soon there's no coloring on it at all, which is done by technology. You know, they aren't really erasing everything that they colored. And that is what reverse coloring seems like it should be. But it has moved into this era, or it has moved into this idea now, is the whole process is reversed. Usually we draw the lines, and then we buy that coloring book, and we color it in. Where on these, we buy the coloring book, and the colors are already there, and then we draw the lines, so we can make it anything we want. Let me show you just a few pages of this book, and there's beautiful work in here. Oops, there's one I already did. Let's move on real quick. See, just random shapes a lot of the time. When I see this, I see a flower garden. I really don't know what I see here, but I bet you see things. I kind of see flowers and trees. There's things that's totally random. Oh, now see, this screams sunflower. Here again, just shapes. And what I think is everyone will see something different in this. Have you ever sat and stared at the clouds and you'll see animals and people and all kinds of shapes? Or I will see it in the paneling on my wall. I'll see all kinds of things. But that's what we're supposed to do with this. What do you see in this picture? And my guess is you'll see something totally different than what I see, because our life experiences and the things we've seen and the things we have already drawn in our past, that's what we will see, those things in these objects. What do you see? Now, I see an ink blot here, but what do you see? Maybe you see a flower. Oh, there might be a little man sitting down here. And so everyone will look at this and see something different. And so when you see that, you take your pen and you draw it out. And everybody's picture will turn out a little bit different. Now, I have found with a little bit of research I've been doing that there's 2 or 3 different kind of pages. There is, let's see, find one here. There is this page, which in my mind, and I think in yours too, is a bush of roses or different kind of flowers. It's definitely floral. And floral is a big one in these books, I've noticed. Let's see if I can... Well, our sunflower. I think because we all see flowers. To me, the first thing I see on this is cactus. What else could it be? Well, maybe they could be Martian ghosts. I don't know. You could put little faces on them. It could be really cute. I would love to see what people do with this one. Now then, the other kind of picture is one that's just random shapes and blobs. We will all see different things. It just doesn't automatically now say flower to me. I have to stop and think, what could that be? Then there's ones that's just shapes repeated. What could that be? Well, I'll see different things in that. Again, now we come to this one, and I see flowers swaying in the wind. And here's the sky, here's the flowers. Roses, definitely roses. So there's different ones, and I think really these are the easiest ones to start out. Something you see something right away. Unlike for me, when I look at this, I go, what do I see in these blobs? And it doesn't come to me immediately. And these are the ones where they'll be vastly different between people. But it's fun. It's really fun to see what you can do. Now, what you need to do these is pen. Now, hey, it's your book. You can do this in any method you want, using anything you want. Let's see what she says here. She hopes the pages of her book you'll find a huge influx of inspiration and increase your creativity. It's a way to relax, unwind, and put your thoughts in order. So this is your book. You can do anything you want. And don't worry about what other people think. Just have fun, sit down, and usually you think of a pen to make it show up on top of the colors. A pencil doesn't show up very well. I tried that on one, and it just doesn't show up. You can use your plain old ink pen if you want. I would suggest that you get a marker of black ink. I like to use the Sharpie. This is an ultra fine point. And it's also nice just to have a different thickness and get you this Sharpie that just says it's a fine point to make different thicknesses of line. But you could also use these other liners that you can buy in the store. This is a Staedtler. I lost the other one I had here. But anything that's an ink pen. Or you could even use your fountain pens. Wouldn't that be neat? And hey, you're not limited to black ink. You could pull out your markers. You could do anything you want. Now, I do question one thing that all of these say. All these books, I think most of them anyway, say this is going to reduce your stress. This will make you relax. And I agree, if you're a doodler that likes to do these little things, and that's what a lot of these, if you can't tell what the shape is, they'll go in and fill these shapes in and then doodle in them, which is relaxing, I think, if you know a lot of doodle shapes. Like you can cross them, you can checkerboard them, you can swirl them, and those are relaxing. But I'll be honest, for me, when I look at one like this and I don't know what it is, I don't feel particularly relaxed. I'm like, what in the world is it? What can I put there? It does stretch the creativity of your mind, and it does make you think a little bit, so maybe every one of them might not be relaxing. Who knows? But every one of them is fun that I've done. So I would suggest that you just go on Google or to your favorite bookstore and see if you can pick up a reverse coloring book. And there are quite a few of them out there. You should be able to find one because it is fun. Now, I'm quickly going to start on one of these so you could get an idea of how it's done. This is my sunflower one. I just know this is a sunflower. So I'm going to come in and just outline these petals. Now, here's where the doodler in you may come in. Now that's just a beginning. Now you can continue on, maybe add some more sunflowers where this yellow is. You can add things into the background. You could add shading and shadowing and just keep going till you've done something you really like with this picture. Now in our next video, we actually have made one here at Red Toad Studio that you can download for free. Give you a quick glimpse of it. Again, doodles. To me, it looked like flowers. Of course, everything looks like flowers to me. I want spring. And so if you want to watch out for that, we will be posting that fairly soon where you can download it and print it and try it before you decide if you want to buy a book or not. But I would highly suggest if you're looking for a book, this is a beautiful book and not very expensive, and I think you would have a lot of fun with it. So I'm going to say bye for now, and I will see you in our next video.